Hello, amazing beekeepers and future honey moguls. Welcome to the channels where we turn sweet nectar into serious profit. As usual, I am Bidemi Ojeleye, your regular host, a certified master beekeeper and passionate advocate for sustainable beekeeping practices in Africa and beyond. Ever wondered why your bees are restless, aggressive, or just disappear? What if I told you your bees have been talking to you and all along, but you refuse to listen to them? In this video, we decode the secret signs of bee behavior that can save your hive and boost your honey yield. Today, I will be breaking down a powerful topic: bee behavior mastery, insight tips for effective hive management. Whether you are a newbie with your first colony or an experienced beekeeper running multiple apiaries, this knowledge will help you take control, minimize losses, and maximize production. If you have ever wondered, why are my bees bearding and why is my hive suddenly aggressive, this video is for you. Let's dive in. Why bee behavior matters. Understanding bee behavior is the foundation of effective hive management. Bees are social insects with highly structured communication systems. Every action, from the way they move to the sounds they make to where they gather, tells you something about the health, the mood, and productivity of your hive. When you understand what bees are trying to say, you can 1. Spot problems before they become disasters. 2. Intervene at the right time. 3. Support colony growth, reduce stress, and optimize honey production. In short, bee behavior is the beekeeper's greatest tool, more powerful than any smoker or hive tool. Common bee behavior and what they mean. Let's walk through key behaviors and what they tell you about your colony. Number 1, fanning behavior at the entrance. When you see bees at the hive entrance with their rear ends up and wings buzzing, they are fanning. What this means is that they are regulating the hive temperature, or they are spreading the queen's pheromones to guide returning foragers. Hive tips. This is a sign your hive is working normally. If this is excessive, check for hive temperatures inside the hive. Ventilation might need improvement. Number 2, bearding, that is, clustering outside the hive. Explanation of this is that bee clusters in a beard-like shape on the front of the hive during hot weather. What this means is that the colony is cooling the hive, or it's overcrowded. Maybe a pre-swarming indicator if combined with queen cells. Hive 2. Improve ventilation, provide shade, or consider a hive split if you notice crowding inside. Waggle dance. That is number 3. A bee shakes her body in a figure 8 motion on the comb. What this means is that she is communicating the direction and distance of a food or water source to the next mate. Hive tip. Encourage foraging with nearby flowers or flowering plants around. Then, the waggle dance is a sign of a productive and motivated colony. Number 4, bulling the queen. Bulling the queen is whereby several bees cluster tightly around the queen, forming a tight ball. What this means is that workers are killing or rejecting the queen, often due to aging, weakness, or failure to lay more eggs. Hive tips. Inspect immediately. A Failing queen can lead to aggressive behavior, poor brood pattern, and eventual colony collapse. Number 5, aggressive or defensive behavior. Bees become unusually loud, agitated, and sing without much provocation. What this means is that the colony may be queenless or is being invaded by pests like ants, wax moths, or robber bees, or there was poor handling by the beekeeper himself. Hive tip: inspect for queen, check brood frames, and look for pests. Use gentle handling technique. Number 6, buzzing sound. Buzzing sound is the tone and pitch of buzzing, and this can vary. What this means is that high-pitched frantic buzzing can indicate disturbance, hunger, or queenlessness. A low steady hum is a sign of a contented colony. Hive tip: train your ears. Sound is one of the quickest ways to gauge hive mood during inspection. Number 7, lack of forager activity. Little to no bee traffic at the entrance during the day. What this means is that poor weather, bee might stay inside. If persistent, it could mean a sick or dead colony. Hive tip: open the hive carefully, look for dead bees, brood status, and food stores. Now, the next question that comes to mind is, how can I notice or interpret bee behaviors when most of these happens inside the hive? The truth is, you don't need to see everything inside the hive except you are using glass hive or observation hive. A lot of bee behavior can still be observed from outside during normal colony behavior and normal colony foraging hours and plant inspections. Here is how to decode their behavior step by step, even with limited visibility. 1. Use the hive entrance as your window. The entrance of the hive is like the front porch of a hive. A lot happens there. Foraging activity. Busy bees flying in and out with pollen means strong foraging behavior. Bearding. Bees clustering outside in hot weather are visible and tell you about crowding or heat inside the hive. Fanning bees. You will see bees lined up with tails up and wings flapping, easily noticed too. Robbing or fighting bees. Chaotic activities, bees fighting, and dead bees near the hive entrance are major signs of robber bees. Tips: spend 5 to 10 minutes just watching the entrance from a small distance, probably 1 to 2 meters away, before opening the hive. Number 2, listen to the buzzle sound. Audio clues are golden. Even without opening the hive, sound tells you a lot. Low, steady hum is equal to calm and productive colony. High-pitched, panicked buzz is equal to disturbance, queenlessness, or disease. Sudden silence is equal to possible absconding or colony collapse. You can use a stethoscope or simply place your ear close to the hive wall, but with safety. You have to be very sure you are not too close to the hive or agitate the hive. Number 3, routine, gentle inspection. You don't need to inspect every day, but scheduled calm inspection every 7 to 10 days during active season will give you direct insight. Look for queen cells, brood patterns, comb conditions, and signs of pests. Observe bee movement on the frames. Is it calm, organized, or panicked? Tips: always use minimal smoke and work smoothly and methodically to avoid altering, misbehaving, and bee behavior. Use number 4. Use observation windows or clear hive lead where possible. If you are using Kenya top bar or Langstroth hive with clear leads or you customize, you can monitor bee movement without opening the hive, reduce stress, and still get data about fanning, clustering, or queen presence. Not mandatory, but a very useful upgrade for behavior-based hive management. Number 5, keep a beekeeping logbook. Write down everything: daily, weekly entrance activity, unusual sounds, behavior during inspections, weather conditions. Over time, this helps you notice patterns and link bee behavior to specific events like nectar flow, swarming, or disease outbreak. Number 6, install a bee cam or internal sensors. This is advanced beekeeping. If you want high-level observation without constant inspection, small internal cameras or temperature/humidity sensors can track condition. Useful for commercial or research-based beekeeping stations. This can only be used in a well-secured environment, otherwise it will be stolen. Final thoughts: even if much of bee behavior happens inside, you can accurately interpret 80 to 90% of what you need to manage your hive by observing the entrance, listening to the buzz, doing regular gentle inspection, recording your findings, using simple tech tools if available. Bee behavior isn't hidden. You just need to know where and how to look for it. How to use these behaviors for smart hive management. Every behavior tells a story. Now, here is how to apply what you observe. 1. Prevent swarming by watching for overcrowding and queen cell production. 2. Boost honey yield by aligning harvesting with foraging patterns and the flow season. 3. Preserve colony strength by replacing failing queens early. 4. Reduce colony loss by detecting stress signals quickly. 5. Create inspection schedules based on bee activity, not guesswork. Think of behavior as your hive's language, and your success depends on fluency. Professional tips to read bee behavior accurately. 1. Always observe from a distance before opening the hive. 2. Watch for consistent patterns over days, not just one-off behavior. 3. Log your observation to track time performance over time. 4. Watch in mid-morning to early afternoon when foragers are most active. 5. Dress properly and move calmly and methodically. Bees respond to your energy. Beekeeping isn't just about hive and honey. It is about understanding the pulse of the colony. Every move, buzz, and cluster has meaning. When you become fluent in bee behavior, your entire beekeeping operation becomes smarter, smoother, and more profitable. So, like this video if you have value for it. Comment your favorite or most confusing bee behavior. Download my free guide below, 10 essential bee behaviors every beekeeper must know. Subscribe and turn on the bell to never miss top beekeeping strategies. Until next time, stay focused, stay sweet, and keep buzzing to your beekeeping success.